This chorus is everything though. It's awesome. Crush on you. I could crush on you. Jonah team 여러분, Tony입니다. Good morning everyone, it's Tony. So today finally marks the debut of brand new boy group BAE173 featuring two members that we actually have reacted to in the past, HANGYUL and DOHYON, being H and D, also formerly from X1. And if you want to go check out my reactions to HANGYUL and DOHYON's H and D projects, I'll leave them all linked in the description box below for you guys. Hopefully you guys do check it out after this video. But with that being said, this is going to be BAE173's first mini album titled Intersection Spark, as well as their title track titled Crush on You. And with that being said, I really don't know what else to expect. I haven't seen any of the teasers. I don't know anything about the other 7 members of this group, so I'm going into this very blind, but I'm quite excited to get into it because if they have HANGYUL and DOHYON, I feel like something special is going to happen. So without further ado guys, let's get into it. This is Crush on You by BAE173. 준비, ready, 시작! Alrighty, let's get to it. I like the beat. I like the opening beat. It's fun, playful, the video. Ooh, that's a really nice CG. I like at least 3D rendering. What's happening? Oh, it's like each one has their own pod, I guess. Interesting. The beat's completely different from what we just heard, so maybe that'll come back later for the chorus. Now it's like a bit of a funky, more like bassy vibe, and it kind of fits with this like retro, kind of like futuristic aesthetic that they're going for. Oh my gosh! Certainly a very vibrant concept. Oh, DOHYON? So they're doing a lot of kind of like mixing of the rappers with the vocalists, which is a really cool opening start because you don't see a lot of groups do that. It's usually either just the rapper or just a vocalist, but here they're mixing in kind of like the two of them. So I like that kind of like dynamic that they're doing already off the bat. The beat's very dynamic too. Oh, it's HANGYUL? It has like a jazzy beat to it almost. Very cool. Very nice, like jazzy, upbeat tempo vibe, kind of like swinger almost S vibe. It's a really cool chorus. Really nice. Very bright. I like the trumpet. You. You. I just heard it. That was a really nice like high note that you have in the background. I got a crush on you. Ooh. You. That's a nice little addition. On you. So we come back now to the bass. The bass comes back into the actual verses, and it's a thing that I think I'm noticing a lot in with the rappers, which makes a lot of sense. It's a bit like more of a slower tone to it, and it just like kind of like allows you to like kind of feel like add a bit more of like a rapper type of vibe to the song, in contrast to when the vocalist comes in, it becomes a bit brighter. So I like how they keep it really bright and keep it very simplistic, but still kind of keep it with that like jazz kind of like aspect that they're going with all the certain instruments in particular. DOHYON! The vocals are really clean. I like this part. It's really kind of just suits the aesthetic that they're going for with the suit, but like at the same time it's very slick. It feels very kind of like almost suave at it to a sense. Very cool guys. But like retro at the same time. On you, HANGYUL. Oh, is HANGYUL doing the yoo-hoo? That's really cool if he is. It's a really nice high note, and I think it's something that's really kind of like cool to add on, and I think it's like actually quite necessary because everything sounds kind of like the same, but then having that kind of like wakes you up. You're like, whoa, and you're like, you know, you just kind of take a moment to like process, like, damn, a guy group, one of the vocalists are doing these high notes. It's really nice. It's a very fun video. Ooh, HANGYUL doing a bit of the deeper voice tones now. It's really nice. I overall think that there's a very dynamic beat. It's very kind of like mixed up, but it comes back still to like that jazzy aspect because it has a lot of the same instruments that you'd hear, the trumpets, the drums, the kind of like cello or something in the background, like a bass that you're hearing. Those all kind of like are more to the forefront rather than this like electronic beat that is subtly there. That's a bass actually. They all have really nice voices. This chorus is everything though. It's awesome. Crush on you. Like a crush on you. Crush on you. You. I like how many trumpets there are too. It just really kind of like adds a bit of like just emphasis on the entire thing. Kind of like it feels like a symphony, like an orchestra, like a marching band at that point too. It really has that kind of like jazzy retro vibe to it, but very kind of like upbeat, funky bit to it as well. It's a really cool meshing of just styles and like time period. Crush on you. You. Alright, nice. Okay, so what happens here is like at the end, I guess this is like the spark what they're mentioning in their album. It's really cool. It's really nice. That's a quite unique debut, honestly. BAE173 definitely came out of the gates swinging hard. I think that they have a very kind of like bright, jovial concept to them, but it's still very unique. It is kind of following in line with a lot of K-pop groups are doing with this like more brighter kind of like retro beat, but they do it with a very different take because they have a lot more kind of like jazzy, kind of like band aspects to it, and I like the incorporation and the more emphasis on this bassy tones and less of like the electric style or like auto-tune as type of vibe that we've been getting. A lot of kind of like trumpets in that. I think the trumpet is the main focal point here because you don't hear the trumpet as often used in K-pop, so I love this incorporation and it really makes the entire thing stand out. And overall the chorus and the pre-chorus are really just what sets it apart for me. I think especially with just the overall visual concept, it kind of like reinforces that idea of kind of like a just like a kind of like bright jazzy retro vibe that kind of like makes you just want to get up and dance. And that's kind of like I think the era they're trying to emulate at the same time as showing this like quirky kind of like fun futuristic in the eyes of the 70s type of view. So it's overall a really fun debut, and I can't wait to see what else these guys bring out to us, because it definitely, if it's a continuation of this storyline, I think it'll be lots of fun, very cool and very unique. Their voices all in all were very nice, and I like the incorporation of having rap vocal, never just like having just purely rap. So it shows off a great diversity in this group for everybody, and I absolutely loved everything. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as I mentioned, if you want to go check out any of my H&D project reactions, I'll leave them all linked in the description box below. Hopefully you guys do give them a check out. But with that being said, guys, this has been Tony. Thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, this has been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.